Hello and welcome to a very special video. I got Farv again for this one, and we're going to talk about a couple topics. Are you ready to go with that, Farv?
Sure, why not?
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and read both the topics and we'll just tackle them in order. How's that sound to you?
Works.
Okay, first topic. GW knows exactly who the Horus Heresy audience is, they just wanted to replace them, but not tell them about it.
It will, of course not.
2. The logo change reflects a company that's moved on and people are just now discovering that fact.
Some
So,
people.
fun topics. So, a statement I thought would be good to go into this with is the moment you treat fans and customers as the enemy is the moment you put yourself on the path towards failure, inevitably, or at the very least, eventual failure. So,
Seems accurate.
I'll make my statement on the first topic, and I'll say this. I believe that Games Workshop knew exactly who the Horus Heresy audience is, and that's why they were very, let's say, not clear, if we're going to be generous and lawyer speaky, on the fact that they changed as much as they did, and that they didn't want that audience to know about it till it was too late because they wanted to use the old audience to create hype for the new audience, which I believe are just 40k players that they want to port over and just finally be rid of the old players who are more of a pain in the butt for them than anything. It's not a victim statement. I'm not Northern Exile giving excuses here. It's
Ooh.
more of a blanket statement of going, you're an audience that's prickly, picky, and you know what you want. And they don't want you. They want people who are going to be more in line with what they're doing with 40k because it lowers their development cost, it lowers how much they have to provide, and it's all about trying to keep people in that sphere.
And so by 40k, you mean purely fucking know nothing, care nothing tournament players.
I mean new 40k players. Now, I'm not saying everyone who started with 8th edition and so on is a terrible person. It's that the sensibilities of players that started with those editions are much different from older players, and that's who they want to move in because they prefer their sensibilities. That's
Well,
what
let's
I'm saying.
not forget some of the things we've seen when they're so inherent on focusing on these new, inevitably tournament players, whether people agree or not. And that's the how really lazy everything's gotten. Like those images we saw a while ago when they were showing like a tournament venue, and half the terrain was just cardboard and unpainted crap.
It was unpainted MDF, and well, I think this is the thing is that it is all about lowering the amount of commitment they really have to do and
Mm-hmm.
the expectations of the players. Because let's be perfectly honest, a lot of the people who've hoarded over to Horus Heresy were old fashioned, old time 40k
Well,
players.
I'll say it's where the old 40k players went who didn't like the new 40k rules
And
and lore changes.
some of the newer people who are like, I don't like what this is, but I like what that's offering. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all about, in my opinion, not an overt individual. Hey, it's about going, let's be rid of this over opinionated, overly demanding fan base and replace them with people that we know from 40k will buy things and just give them a whole new range to buy, which is really what it's about. Because in my opinion, and that's not to be a slight on things, I'm just talking from the GW perspective, from a business
It's fine.
perspective, the older 40k fans expect more, and therefore they are going to be less dollar efficient. With people
Not
who
only
will
that, but
simply go ahead.
we've seen that they are remarkably disinterested in putting any real effort into anything. So this customer base demanding more just makes them even less inclined to deal with them at all.
Well, they
Because they
want to
want to just
be
keep pumping out the laziest, cheapest nonsense for top dollar.
They want to be rid of people who you keep changing everything. This is terrible, because they don't want the people who they're hoping come in from Amazon stuff to bounce against a hard brick wall of people going, this is garbage what you're doing. Effectively, they want to fall out it, if you guys know what I mean by that. But sorry about that one. I didn't mean to go there. Effectively, I'm going to close out on this part with this. I could have easily made a box I think would have sold like hotcakes, and it's really simple. We could have put Recon Marines. You could have put Bike Marines. You could have put the Javelin Landspeeder in that box with Mark II. Even if people got gripes about the design of the newer Mark II, I think that box would be like, this is what people actually want in this community. This would help a lot of things that people want, and it would sell better. And this is before we even talk about stuff like, well, breachers would be a no-duh. Like, you could have on the other side of the box, breachers.
Well, considering how many people have been
Mark II,
asking for breachers.
It would have sold like crazy. But the thing is, Games Workshop knows that. They just want to take the new 40K fans and port them into Heresy. So let's go ahead and go to the second topic, if you're ready for that.
Go right ahead.
All right. To remind people, the logo change reflects a company that's moved on, and people are becoming upset because it's starting to sink in with a lot of people who've
been denying it, maybe.
Been not really wanting to accept. So my statement on this is, for a long time, I have been saying that Games Workshop is not the company that it was. And this happens with all companies before someone tries to go the whataboutism. But the thing is that in their pursuit to grab the wider audience, the phantom audience, as I prefer, we are seeing people kind of waking up when they're seeing, hey, look at this completely soulless, almost spiteful tax form style logo you have here. And
tax form is right.
I think it's fascinating that I, like a lot of other people, have been yelling at the top of our lungs going, they are different. They are moving past this hobby, and they will wipe their shoes with us in the end. And people finally kind of going, hey, that seems a little like they don't care. And I'm like,
they don't.
They
haven't in years.
I mean, what was your reaction when you saw the logo? I have to know, because I thought it was a joke.
Yeah. Well, because I was the one who noticed it on Arch Warhammer's thing and then sent it to you.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the look on his face in the thumbnail and going, "Oh fuck, that's actually real." Because I saw the look on his face in the thumbnail, and initially I was like, "Okay, this is some bullshit. He's gonna call it because somebody's being scammy." And then I saw his face. I was like, "Wait, no."
Yeah.
And I watched it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's 100% fucking real."
So,
and then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, "You know what? It's sadly almost expected, I think."
It's perfect. It is the perfect corporate logo for them. Soulless, unimaginative, and boring. And you know where this logo is actually found? Because you don't find it. At least at last I checked, it's not found on their website.
I think it was on like their like corporate listing page.
Yeah, it's their
thing.
business.
I forget where that's at.
Like
the business
away.
thing. Yeah.
They haven't changed it at all yet, so I found that
it's not a public thing, quote unquote.
Interesting. But the Wargaming article I thought was kind of spot on if people want to check that out. It's a lot softer than I am, and I have a much harsher take on it. But I think it kind of sums it up of people being bewildered and then just kind of accepting that the company doesn't even do the things that they cared about when they started the hobby, which is 100% true. Like, the Space Marines are a complete aberration. They have gone through with hacksaws on many different
and let's not
lines.
Let's not even, discount the new lore about the Emperor.
I don't even want to talk about that right now. That's how bad it is. If people want me to talk about it, say in the comments if you've listened this long. But I think I'm going to make an argument in that I think the boring, plain, no attempt at looking exciting or interesting at all is the exact logo they want, because they want to be some tucked aside corporate entity that's a
Yeah,
sub
they want to
business of some
be
other
they
unit.
want to be a super normie, not stand out, could be just about anything with the title games in it.
Yeah.
So they can
It
sell their license as whatever the hell they want it to
it
be.
be a company in the portfolio of Amazon that they go, oh yeah, we own this thing. What's it do? I don't know. And I think that's the thing, is like the people there don't care so little that they are so eager to be bought out and then leave with their bonus checks that
Yeah,
it's really simple.
because the old pricks in Nottingham just want to do whatever they can to milk the license and then golden parachute the fuck away to some job at some other corporation, probably.
Yeah. So to close things out, I'll circle back to my statement. The
Yeah.
moment you treat fans and customers as enemies is the moment you set yourself on the path towards failure. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be instant or imminent. It means that in time, you burn the bridges with new fans, old fans, and you get left with people who drift in because it's popular at that moment, and then they drift out, and then the thing dies. And the problem is that it usually dies at a whimper, where most people who once cared about it are apathetic. And that's, sadly, as a person who's watched multiple hobbies and things I cared about go the same way, is inevitably where this will all go. And there's no changing it.
No,
So
because they've made their decision already.
So I will make a plea. Please, for the love of everything, for yourself and your future entertainment, invest your dollars in other things like one page rules, other systems, other ranges. Go to bolt action. Just go about
Or
anywhere.
that one, oh my god, Infinity.
Infinity, there's another one. But this is a place that you are wasting your money. Get what you can enjoy out of it. Take those miniatures, keep playing with them. Will make GW angry, and just look for something else, because in the long run, it's more important that you maintain your hobby and you worry about the things that are important to you than we give more money to a corporation that just wants to go.
That hates everyone, basically.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining me, Farv. What's your channel again?
It's Farvithian Guard. It is the gaming channel that Mr. Nobody routinely appears on.
I heard this rumor that on Amazon there's a book or two you've got.
There are two books in the Farvithia Chronicle series. It's easily noted as the Farvithia Chronicle 1 and Farvithia Chronicle 2 because I didn't want people getting confused.
If you're interested, guys, he's got links to it on his page. Check him out. He does game stuff all week except Saturdays and Sundays. So thank you for joining me, and everybody have a fantastic night.
Later.